All right, we had an explosive start to question period today. They've actually been having quite a few of those, probably because they're going on an extended vacation in just a couple weeks. But Andrew Scheer absolutely torches Mark Carney here, figuratively speaking, of course. So let's have a look here. It's just a few minutes long. Now, before we do get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it really does help grow the channel. So let's get into it, and then we'll talk about it.
Questions orales, oral questions. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Let's be clear, Trump's tariffs on Canada are wrong, unjustified, and attack on our workers and our economy. Now, while other countries have got deals to lower their tariffs, not only has the PM failed to do that, but he's got Canada's tariffs doubled on steel and aluminum. He promised he was the man with the plan. He can't even get a deal. Our workers are terrified about losing their jobs, and he promised that he'd collect $20 billion in retaliatory tariffs, but then secretly drop those tariffs to zero during the campaign. If he's so sure that he's still going to collect $20 billion, why not table a budget and prove it to Canadians?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the American tariffs, the new tariffs on steel and aluminum, are unlawful, unjustified, and illogical. I agree with that. And that is why, one of the reasons why we have retaliatory tariffs on over 90
Wow, we're not even 2 minutes in here, and there's a lie.
billion worth of U.S. goods. We are in intensive negotiations with the Americans and in parallel preparing reprisals if those negotiations do not succeed.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Well, one way to deal with the Americans is from a position of strength. But now the Prime Minister is saying that he won't even approve a new pipeline unless there is consensus. This is already unraveling. The radical BC Premier says no pipeline through his province. And there's not even consensus in the Liberal cabinet, with top ministers committed to killing oil and gas projects. The vast majority of Canadians don't want to give a veto to politicians. They want to be less dependent on the Americans and to earn more powerful paychecks from selling our oil and gas around the world. Will the Prime Minister show some leadership and commit to approving a pipeline today?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Canadians from Shawinigan to Saskatoon and the premiers and Prime Minister that represent them have agreed on the importance of building projects of national interest. The consensus that's required includes a consensus with Indigenous peoples, something that the members all We will stand with Indigenous Canadians. We will build pipelines, energy infrastructure in the future of this great country.
You'll stand with Indigenous people. Did you give them clean drinking water when they didn't have any? No, I don't believe they did. In fact, I think that there's still a lot of reservations that have that issue. So much for that, huh? Standing up to Donald Trump, he removed the tariffs, and he didn't stand with Indigenous people when they needed your help. Interesting.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Sorry, Andrew, you got to wait for the clapping seals to stop.
If photo ops and phony rhetoric actually got things done in this country, then Justin Trudeau would still be Prime Minister.
Yes, there we go.
But in all seriousness, the Liberals' $500 billion in new spending without a budget will make inflation worse. The PM said that he wants to be judged by prices at the grocery store. So let's look at those prices. The verdict is in. Beef up 34%, apples up 18%, coffee up 9%. Will the Prime Minister listen to Parliament and table a budget that controls spending, lowers taxes, and cuts inflation so Canadians can afford to put food on the table?
The Right Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I'm pleased for the first time to hear the members opposite talk about lowering taxes.
That's right.
In front of this House.
What? In front of this House? Dude, you've had like 3 or 4 sessions. They ran their whole campaign almost entirely on, middle-class tax cuts. Of course, there were other policies too, but that was a big one that the Conservatives honed in on. They've been talking about it for years, you moron. Just goes to show how out of touch this guy is. But no wonder, he's barely even been in Canada for the last few years. It's unbelievable.
In front of this, first time in my hearing, Mr. Speaker, before the House is a tax cut for 22 million Canadians up to 800.
Yay, $30 for everybody. Yay. Well, that's the end of that exchange. I mean, my God. First of all, I thought Andrew Scheer did a really good job there, but that Trudeau line was really good. But I mean, I really, really can't wait till Pierre's back. Oh, I can't wait to see Pierre rip this guy a new one. Fall couldn't come soon enough. I know people are excited for summer. I'm excited for October. Or was it September, October when they come back? I can't wait for these liberals to finish sipping their pina coladas on a beach for an extended vacation after the most important election of their life, or of your life. Remember when they were saying that? This is the most important and consequential election of your lifetime. Oh, we won? Perfect. See you later. I'm going on vacation. Well, enjoy your vacation, because it might be your last as the Liberal government. Of course, there was an opportunity for the government to fall today. I haven't really looked into that too much. I just finished work not too long ago, but apparently it didn't. I guess it was adjourned. I heard earlier that the NDP was going to be voting against the throne speech, which would have triggered a vote of non-confidence if the Bloc and the Conservatives voted along with it, but apparently that didn't happen. I don't know too much about it. I'll be looking into that shortly, though. But either way, sticking to this topic, this video, this question period session, what do you guys think? How do you think Andrew Scheer did, and what do you think about Mark Carney's answers? Please let me know. Don't be shy. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back shortly.